Hi, I'm Susan. I'm from Worldpeacefull, and I have no idea what I'm going to talk about in this video, but I've felt to speak from the heart. But before I do, I'm going to meditate. I just feel to speak of kindness. Within the human being is the deep well of kindness. It is the wishing well that wishes you well. It is to see with generosity, to look for the good, to feel with understanding another's plight. For it is not about being right, for self-righteousness puts itself forward as if only his words are right. And yet whenever we place ourselves in the position of knowing better and looking upon another as lesser, or finding a way to hit back, it is emerging from our own lack. For every thought, word, and action is creative. And the intention behind every act creates a future. Imagine decision trees. Imagine outcomes. Imagine no wasted thoughts. That all of them go to create something. The question is what you believe true? Is it true for you? Is it really reflective of who you are? Is it a thought that's generous and kind? Or is it a thought that's blind with rage or anger? For what you do to another returns to the self. There are many who are crying at the shape of the world. They shake their heads in disbelief, for there is no relief from this suffering. For we seem to live in droughts of carelessness, where we care less for another. We don't seek to try and bring some light into their life if they are hurting. Instead, others are seeking to create more pain and suffering. When they see vulnerability, they fill that space with negativity rather than love. I have a vision of a world that's very different. It is a world where everyone is smiling, everyone is kind, where this time and space continuum will no longer exist. There will be no more wars. And in some planes of existence, there are no wars. We think our reality is the only reality. And that is a narrow construct that has never breached its borders. That is a nation state that knows nothing of the world. That is a mindset limited by concepts. And yet, what if we moved into infinite awareness to discover how primitive we really are? For how hard is it to reach out in kindness? How painful or difficult is it to respond to someone asking for a response? What is it that prevents or blocks the uttering of words that need to be heard in order to release another from suffering? What if that word is sorry? What if those words are, how may I help? What if those words are, let's sit down and discuss the problem? What if the words are, I see myself in you. I know what it's like to be blue, to be in a state of uncertainty, and I have come to help you. I've come with certainty, which I lay at your feet. For I do not want you to suffer, not for one moment. For love is in my heart always for all people. And I've given it freely. I've given it without limit, without discrimination. Even the hardest hearts I've given to, who give nothing in return, whose lives are so empty. For when you love life, how can you not give to life? How can you think that it's meaningless unless you are? We live in the most magnificent reality, and yet we tarnish it with our thoughts. We seek to fight when a simple response would ease the plight. We take flight rather than standing to face what is so with courage. We refuse to open the door to our own limitations. We keep it closed. A closed mind is a closed heart that sets you apart from the human community. Yet have you ever been in loving community with friends, with people who truly care, where you laugh and play and sing? Sometimes I look upon this world and I just shake my head as I see possibilities lost. I see limits curtailing the great richness within. But such is the life that we have. Kindness matters. Kindness makes a difference in the world. Non-judgement matters. Non-judgement allows people to be who they are. Non-judgement honours diversity. Not for one moment does it expect you to turn up as it wants, for it's selfless. Humility respects everybody, for this is the utility of joy, that everything that comes into your life is a true blessing. There are no mistakes. With that, know that your life is blessed whenever you notice. Have fun. Bye.